All right, I want to get to specific schools, both of the Michigan Big Ten schools, coaching changes. We've seen that a couple of times before. We saw it with Nick Saban and Lloyd Carr back in 1995. We saw it with it was just a couple of years ago, right? We had it at Michigan and Michigan State. And Mel Tucker started out great at Michigan State, 2 wins over Michigan. It didn't wind up very good, but certainly we had that, and wasn't long. And you'd guess that both of those coaches be gone at those 2 schools, and new administrations and entire new staffs coming in. Let's start with Michigan State. Pat Fitzgerald showed up before Kyle Whittingham, so we'll do it in that order. And a little bit different than you would find at U of M or some other powerhouse programs where they're always going to be good. They're always going to be able to get their foot in the door. Michigan State, not so much. And sometimes in football recruiting, they weren't able to get in on a player. They weren't able to get him to campus or really to be considered before they could make their pitch. What difference do you think Fitz is going to make with his personality and contacts?
I think, first of all, he's got this ability to, I think, really connect with high school coaches and parents.
Yeah.
He wins that part of the recruiting battle very easily. And I tell you something that high school coaches noted right away was he's calling us, because now the high school coach doesn't necessarily get involved as much because the school can write to the kid on social media. So the fact that Fitz picked up the phone and called some of the high school coaches in the state, that meant something to them. And he's a father himself. There's just a way about him that I think the adults in the room, it resonates with them. He's going to play a certain brand of football that I think is very, very well fitting to Michigan State and to the Big Ten, and that resonates with a lot of kids, especially around the Midwest. And then I think you've got to have, you can't do it alone, and he's got a great staff of recruiters.
Right.